Yeah, it was a good feeling. Just getting the call from the GM and the head coach was just it didn't feel real. Still doesn't.
Where were you watching? What was the setup for you when on draft day when you got the call?
Something real low key. It was just at Jack Holbrook's house. Just a few of us there watching. I knew it could have been a long day. Being a punter, might have had to wait to be a free agent, so I didn't want to have too many people over and make them wait with me. But it was good having them around.
What was the celebration like once you got the phone call, once it all became official?
Just a lot of yelling, screaming. Yeah, it was pretty emotional. Then FaceTime my family back home and was able to talk to them for a little bit. And I feel like I was just a zombie. Didn't after that just couldn't really express anything. Just felt like a zombie.
I think I read an article where you said it was like your family woke up at 2 in the morning in Australia to watch it. What was going on with them?
Yeah, so the time difference and everything. They woke up at 2 a.m. and had my jerseys and everything, all their Longhorn gear set out. They took photos and sent it to me. So I knew I had their support back in Australia. And yeah, as soon as I found out, I gave them a FaceTime and we just celebrated together through the phone.
What was it like to know that the Seahawks, not only did they want to select you, but they traded up to select you?
I mean, it means a lot to me. It's a massive compliment. It shows me that they wanted to, bring me in to give me a chance to win the spot. I know I'm going to be competing against their current punter, John Ryan, and whoever's the best man will win the job. And I'm really looking forward to the competition.
What did they say to you when they called you to draft you?
Just we've traded up to pick you as our next pick. You'll be the 149th pick. Your pro day film was pretty impressive in the rain. We're super excited to have you come in and compete.
Did you have a wish list of teams that you wanted to go to, or was it just you just want to end up somewhere?
Well, Seattle was one of the teams that I would have loved to have gone to because me and Coach Schneider got along really well when he came to Pro Day. We had lunch together after and we just bonded really well. So I always knew that I would have loved working with him as a coach. So Seattle was definitely the top of my list.
How much do you know about Seattle and the Pacific Northwest and all that stuff?
Not too much. I know it rains a lot, but other than that, I've heard only good things from people. They say it's a cool city. It's a little bit like Austin, culture-wise. Cool landscape. You got mountains. You got a lot of water. So, I mean, I'm excited to experience a different city.
When do you plan to get out there and join the team?
I leave tomorrow for like a mini camp, and then I'll be back Sunday. Have a week here. We'll need to move all my stuff out of my apartment here, and then we'll go back up there the following Sunday and start OTAs.
Is it going to make it a little easier knowing you have a couple of teammates that are going to be out there with you?
Yeah, well, Tyrone Swoops is up there. Marcus Johnson is already up there. The Tanner Carew, the long snapper that was at the Combine, we got along really well at the Combine, and we're motivating each other throughout that whole process, and he signed as a free agent up there, so I'm looking forward. I already know a couple of people there, and obviously Puna and Jay Hall. It's going to be good to have some friends already up there.
Teams obviously don't draft punters frequently. Is there added pressure that you're actually a drafted punter going in, or how do you kind of look at that?
I don't think it's added pressure. I mean, it doesn't really say anything. It's just what their team needed at the time, and I think that I already have such a high standard for myself anyway, and for them to have trust in me makes me just want to prove them right and make the fans happy, because I'm sure that there was a couple of them that weren't too happy that they picked a punter, but I want to try and win over the fans with some good punting performances and just do everything I can for that organization.
What do you think the transition will be like from the college game to the NFL game? I know you like the NFL ball a lot better. You feel like it's a little bouncy or whatever, but what are some of the other changes that you're having to mentally prepare for?
It's pretty similar for the most part. It's just a little different setup. The free release rule in college, where you can have a lot of guys running down the field, is a little different in the NFL. So there's different types of kicks that are more effective in the NFL now that I can bring out and mess around with in the NFL and try some new strategies punting wise, some new some stuff that like maybe a lot of other traditional American punters can't do. So I'm looking forward to trying to develop those skills.
Michael, how is your celebrity status now in Australia? So they probably followed your entire career in the NFL draft now. I mean, what's the reception been like back at home?
I think it's being put out on some TV and stuff. There was another Australian player that was drafted, Jordan Mailata. He's never played before, so they've made a news story out of it. It was mainly just my friends back home and high school friends and old footy teammates congratulating me and stuff. So, yeah, I mean, it's had a good response back home.
Obviously, you got your cousin here now that's on the team. Have you sort of been helping him acclimate to just the city?
Yeah. My cousin Ryan, we're really close. We're like brothers. We talk every day, hang out pretty much every day. And now we're both going through a similar sort of process, trying to win a job and trying to play for a new team. And so we'll be able to go through that together. I've tried to teach him as many things as I can that I wish I knew as a freshman coming in, about literally the littlest things you can possibly think of, about how to prepare throughout the week, mindset, everything, because punting is obviously a mind battle more so than anything else. So trying to really get him mentally prepared. And he is. It all comes with experience as well. You can only teach someone so much. You have to really experience it for yourself. And the more time he has behind the rush and the more time he has punting at practice and in games, the more he'll improve. But he's still his first season, so yeah, he's trying to learn a lot really quickly.
Was this draft process, did it live up to everything that you had heard about it, and you were, because I know it's constantly learning for you, but did it live up to what everybody said it was going to be like? Were the nerves different, or what was it all like for you?
Yeah, it lived up to it. The combine was pretty long and tiring. That's what it's kind of designed to do, to test you. And on the last day there, that's when you punt. So that was a test, and then you have a lot of workouts and pro day and everything. Then after that, there's a lot of waiting time until the draft day comes up. So, I mean, you're constantly thinking about it, and I'm glad it's over. But it was pretty stressful, but it's been a relief knowing that a team wanted me.
You had a T-shirt that said "Punters are people too," right? Is that can you copyright that now? Can you market that as your brand?
No. My sister actually got me that shirt back when I was in Melbourne. Before I even knew I was coming to Texas, she found it online and sent it to me. Hadn't really worn it until the baseball game where I got to open the first pitch, and thought it was a right time to make a statement.
After your college career here, has it set in that you're going to be getting paid a whole lot of money to be doing this in the NFL, the biggest sports league in America?
Not really. I feel like I'm still caught up in. I mean, it's probably a good thing. I'm not even thinking about it. I just want to win the job. I'm just really competitive, and really, I care more about the punting and me being good at punting than I do the money. Which sounds a little weird to say, but it's the truth. I'm really just focused on winning that job and trying to leave a footprint in the organization.
Have you been able to talk to Pete Carroll yet? And if so, what has he been telling you in the time since they drafted you?
Yeah, he was. I got put on the phone with him when they were selecting me. Spoke to him for a couple minutes. Seemed like a really, really nice coach. Seems excited and gave it to me straight. Said it's going to be a competition. You're going to be competing against a really good punter in John Ryan, but we want to see what you can do. You had an impressive pro day, and come in and win your job.